Favorite low-carb dessert that I'm enjoying from a brand new book. Stay with us.
It's like I'm seeing all the blue skies, and I'm walking on the edge tonight. It feels so right, and I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Rebecca Rainier.
Welcome to Full Play. Just like the song says, I'm Rebecca Rainier. I'm so glad you're here. You're here. And so is Gina Fielding. We have a really terrific story to tell you about with Gina because I have this problem all the time. I think all of us on Facebook do. And it's about sharing things on Facebook or Twitter that later turned out to be true, or you're afraid they're things that are going to hurt your computer, or there's always...
Right.
So we're going to step back a little bit. Because I work in social media and media, I kind of feel like I generally don't get trapped into it, but then sometimes I do. But this whole new website that you started to help people figure out how not to fall into this trap came from a personal situation that you found out about on Facebook. What happened? You saw a lie that was being shared, or you thought there was a lie being shared. What was the situation?
There was a Toledo, Ohio reporter who called me and said, hey, I saw this post on Facebook. It doesn't look right. It was being shared, a picture of this kid who had tattoos on his face. So it's not somebody that can sink back into the crowd.
He is him.
Yeah, he is. You're going
He is
to
that
see,
guy.
yeah, you are going to see this guy. And it was saying that he was wanted for raping children, including his own son.
Oh, wow.
And
Serious, horrible accusations.
Probably one of the in my opinion, the most heinous crime you could possibly be accused of. And it turns out that he was not wanted by the Toledo police.
Oh my gosh.
But
this was being shared. And what were they asking? Why would we share this? Just to warn people?
Yes,
or?
to warn people. Get his face out there. You know, this guy's a monster. You know, obviously somebody that would do that is a monster. But in this case, he did not. It got over 35,000 shares on Facebook. The average person has about 100. Most people have more than that. The median, I should say, the median amount of friends is 100. So you can safely multiply a number of shares by 100 and say that that's potentially how many people saw that post.
Oh my gosh.
So you're looking at, what is that, over, my math is a little off, not thinking clearly. But it's probably close to about 3.5 million people that saw his face associated with that crime.
And they were sharing the picture saying, you know, be warned, make sure this guy's in your neighborhood.
Well, he's wanted, according to this picture.
Okay.
He's wanted. You got to help the police get his face out there.
Okay.
I ended up speaking
So you were suspicious right away because this reporter was suspicious, and you
the
started
reporter
looking.
was suspicious, and he called the Toledo police, and the Toledo police said there's no investigation. He's definitely not wanted. So we find this kid and we talk to him.
I'm just gonna say, you're doing more. Most of us never go to any length other than share, like, yeah,
Very
ever.
true.
We just look at it, boom. It's from a friend of ours, definitely sharing it. And this is what drives me crazy. You are someone who investigates.
Right, and I do. It's actually anybody can do this. Anybody can do what I do.
Yeah.
But it does take time.
Right.
To do it, which nobody has any time to do this.
No.
So, you know, it's all public record, and making these phone calls as simple as sometimes there's a number like this person is missing. Call this number, and you call and find out they were found. That's a big one. That's another big problem. Besides just sharing lies, you keep seeing these Amber Alerts over and over and over. And if you go to amberalert.gov, you'll see that there are no active Amber Alerts, or one or two. And it has
certainly not the one that you just saw. Yeah.
Just recently in Toledo, an article was being shared about a mall rapist kidnapping somebody and taking her, and there was a composite sketch,
This
a
is the
police
person.
sketch, and they're like, we're looking for this person, and it's being shared over and over. If you click on the link and look, it was from 2003.
Right.
And it says sometimes it's as simple as that. You can go to the Verify site and you can go do a quick search.
So look, what happened to the guy though?
Oh,
I mean, I feel like this poor dude was a victim.
Awful.
And did you find out who started
I
it?
did.
That's very interesting.
We spoke to him. He knew.
That
He knew
was
it
being
came
done
from
to
his
him.
kid's mother. They had an argument or whatnot, and so he knew it came from there. So, but I don't just take somebody's word for it,
Right,
obviously.
you
So
verified that.
I finally got a hold of her, and I did a little interview with her, and she admitted Yes, it was a fake profile. I made it up. I was mad at him. I was angry, and not to make her out to be a villain, because here's the thing. A lot of us have been there. We've been that mad. We've been that angry.
That mad.
And she said, I didn't mean for it to get this far. I didn't mean for it to blow up. She just was, she wasn't
She was
thinking
being spiteful,
on,
but didn't expect it to do what it did.
exactly, and didn't expect the backlash, because he volunteers at a church once a month giving out food to homeless people. And within 5 minutes of being there, somebody called the police, and the police come. They have to check it out.
Yeah, they do.
So they come. They have him on the ground in cuffs in front of all these people that he volunteers with on a monthly basis, and he's mortified. He's completely humiliated by this. And then while they're checking him out, people are whispering and talking. And again, even in real life now, his face is associated with
This story.
raping children, and
Right.
that's not the case.
So, okay, so that's one that you should be aware of. There are other ones that you see over and over. It's not necessarily the same person, but you'll see, like if you are trying to help this child battling cancer. That's another one that really tugs at your heartstrings. Be careful. Those are clickbait, right? I mean, those
Definitely.
are. So explain what that is.
Verify focuses on missing persons, wanted persons, and sex offenders. We don't really go outside of that realm, but there are definitely ways to. First of all, if it's offering to give money for clicks and likes and shares, nobody's going to do that.
We'll match $1 every time you click on this cute little girl's face, and it's like those have
it's
been
not
proven to be
happening.
not true over and over
There's one
again.
going around currently. It's a picture of a guy, and he's got tattoos over it. It's a pretty blurry picture, again with the. It's always child molestation, it seems like.
Well, it gets people's visceral reaction.
It gets that. Pulls at the heartstrings and gets your attention. And then it says they'll donate 15 cents to Dell Children's Hospital in Texas will donate 15 cents for every like and share. That is untrue. Now, I don't know the picture, what
Where the
we
story
do.
was from
I
the
don't know if the story's true,
Yeah.
other than that, and I don't know who the guy is in the picture. So if we can't verify something 100% either way, it gets a stamp that says share with caution. And then we go
Okay.
into the details of
We're
it.
going to take a break because I now want to talk about you. This story kind of gave you a brilliant idea, and it is your website called verifybeforeyoushare.com. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to really talk about the website, what you can learn, what it can do for you, and why you might want to check out Verify Before You Share a Lie. Don't go away. So yeah, we'll go through